My granddad used to move all the time. Every 2 or 3 years throughout his life. He said he liked it. Didn't want to be rooted in the same place, to be free and travelling, to never settle. I always knew he'd move away one day, but not so soon, I hoped. I thought about writing to him. Dear Clive, I know you don't live here anymore, but you do like letters, and I thought you'd appreciate the effort. But I could never find confidence in the shape of it. I remembered less than I thought, like I dropped a jar of precious memories, shattered and released the ghosts. Like every time I checked the list of things I knew about him, another line was smudged. I fumble putting him back together. I remember we're in a car and he tells me how the best way to start a conversation is to pretend you're already having it. So, we're talking about Clive. He didn't photograph well. It's amazing how different he looked in freeze frame, like charm emerged from motion. How he never smiled in pictures. So I traced the lines of his softer happiness in fragments over memories of forgotten coffee shops, 3 brown sugars under maroon parasols. Kylie Minogue blaring from the car speakers, can't get you out of my head. The song never seemed to suit him. Time didn't pass for him as the rest of us. It was measured in new houses, Bombay sapphire bottles and glacier mint tins. I suppose without the frame of days and years, it's hard to know when time is running out. I remember death, the angry secret, the one you couldn't hide with a smile that I know you tried, prepared to go out like a showman. It didn't quite work out that way, but the attempt was admirable. And then we're in a car park and you're telling me, slow down. It does help with my stammer. And he always knew what to say, even if it wasn't correct, even if it wasn't appropriate, like truth was a barrier to smooth motion. His confidence was a force I needed to understand. I felt I could learn from it. Manifest destiny, which is justification seeping from the wound of atrocity. It is also summoning the future you desire. And I've always desired too much for my means, for my inputs, and the limits of my time. I wanted to grow up to be a big broccoli boy, green with nutrients, mighty from my consumption, strong enough to defeat concepts too abstract for my understanding, problems with no face. I only knew they were problems because they hurt us. At the time, I thought my whole family tree was written in pencil the way it kept rubbing out whole branches. I could never land on a favourite colour, never sure I picked the right university course, right city, right shoes, right words, right friends, and I think of the way he offers me a toffee from a flick-lid packet at the dinner table with such nonchalance that no one suspects he's slipping me notes. Or how he assures me the best way to bring something up in conversation is to pretend you were already talking about it. I'm repeating myself, I know, but the idea stuck with me. And it's so audacious, I'm not entirely convinced it works, but it was the way he said it. I believed him, and I believed he could do it. Here is a man who knows who he is and what he wants, or at least appears to, which can amount to being in a world of kings and Caesars where word and will have the power to manifest. Image is supreme. Red cars do go faster. I'm the person I want to be if enough people join me in belief. Confidence is a community currency, but memory is like a chain of whispers. I used to think he came from the sea. the way his stubble looked like sprinkled salts, that he was a sailor from distant shores, that he lived in a lighthouse, that he was a lighthouse full of answers, that his light would guide me closer to myself, that he is a vase I have glued back together, a shape of my design spoken into existence. You are my shattered memories. You are the way you say film rather than film with definite purpose. How you let the Christmas pudding play cards after dinner and it won. How you left two mothers and two daughters, found someone to share the end with, and you were happy. But you didn't want your daughter to see you die, how you were furious when we visited the hospice. Terror and venom floating on your eyes. That scream is the last entry in your book, in the book of your life. How in death you became a tree. And the dust of you left my hand, how they said we looked so alike. The way your mouth could shape to viciousness or radiance that sunflowers would turn to face. How you do not live here anymore. How you live on regardless.